Hello everybody, this is Mikey57 here, bringing you guys a quick explanation as to why Episode 2 took so much longer than it needed to come onto YouTube. First off, I wanted to thank everybody for their generous support for Episode 1. I did not intentionally mean for the episode to come out this late. It took me about 5 different editing attempts to find something that worked. Yes, I decided to take the editing a little more serious than the last episode. Instead of uploading the raw footage, I wanted to give you guys something a little more crisp with some nice new things inside, which you'll see very shortly. But I want to apologize because a few things will be outdated within the episode because this should have been up about a week ago. But you guys deserve the best I can bring to you, and I think this is a lot better than the first episode with plenty of fresh new memes and some additional little surprises. Well, thank you guys again so much for tuning in, and you're listening to the URPG Times Podcast, Episode 2. Let's kick the music off. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Paddleberg Woods Shemelt Podcast, hosted by an invading dog. Hashtag memes.
Yep, memes indeed.
We are going to have a fun time for the URPG podcast. Thank you, everybody, for your generous support for Episode 1. We all very much appreciate it, and I'm glad that our unintentional memes have touched your hearts. Anyway, welcome to the URPG.
Just like Liam touched Mikey last episode.
Oh my god. I completely forgot about that meme, actually, and now...
I did not. I had that as my username for like a month.
Yikes.
Beautiful.
Oh my god. And the memes will never die. We're just declaring this right now. They will never die. Anyway, welcome to the URPG Times Podcast, Episode 2, 2017 in June. That made no sense, but it's okay, because this is basically just a giant fun time. Speaking of fun times, we have some very fun guests today. I'm Mikey57. We have Weir, the co-host, again.
Hey, how's it going?
We're doing good. Instead of Kasaria, we have 2 very, very special guests. We have Elysia.
Heyo.
And we actually have Smiles as well.
Hi.
So, we are now in a very happy place, mainly because of these 2. Because they will touch the hearts of anybody that comes across them. And they're the best people on the planet, honestly. I'm sorry, but you just can't make the cut. You're being voted off the island.
Dude, that's fine. I was fired last podcast anyways.
True. So, let's get right into it. We're going to do a quick shout-out to John BDM and the other artists who have submitted fan pieces for Shemelt. As you can see, which will be on the screen right now, there is a Stunfisk inside of this amazing Shemelt helmet. This is what we call a Shemelt. It is the evolution of a Shelmet. You evolve it by giving it a Thunderstone. And this is URPG exclusive. Kappa 123.
What kind of weed are you on? Jesus.
It's so beautiful.
It's just a Shemelt, dude. You're obsessing over this way too hard, my friend.
You know, I'm educating the public on this beautiful creation made by John. Anyway.
John, feel free to claim 1K.
If you have a Shemelt right now, claim your 1K.
If you have a Shemelt, claim your 1K, dude.
1K.
No, you don't get one for a Shelmet, you must have a Shemelt. There is a huge difference, as you can see on the screen. Anyway, Ellie and Smiles, you are joining us for the first time on the second episode. Let's go into who you 2 exactly are. Smiles, would you like to kick off with who you are, what you've done for URPG, and what you do for URPG currently?
He keeps going into us. But, yeah. I am Smiles. I rejoined Pun on 5 years ago, actually. Actually, yeah, it's June 9th. Actually, 2015 is when I got my starter. So,
that's tomorrow.
I know. I was like, what?
What did you start with?
Yeah. What did I start with? I started with a Vulpix.
Ooh.
Yeah. No, I love my Ninetales. It's always been one of my favorite Pokemon.
Heck
But yeah, I got into writing. I do some role-playing stuff. Yeah. I co-head the story section with Ellie, which is a lot of fun. Super blessed for that. And I do awe stuff, which I encourage everyone to do. It's a lot of fun, and yeah, I'm just kind of roaming around, trolling people. Huh?
Can you say that again? You do what stuff?
Awe stuff. Yeah, after hours.
Oh, okay.
I think in the abbreviation.
What the hell is that?
Right? New hobbies. I don't know.
And Ellie.
I'm Ellie. No one pronounces my name correctly. I don't know how to get it out there. It's okay.
Called it.
Sorry, I don't know, man. I joined a long time ago, older than all you guys. I write things. Smiles is my friend. That's all I got. Okay, good times. I curse a lot, but I'm not gonna this time. Watch.
We're going to have a curse counter in case Ellie does curse. It'll be on the top left of the screen now for all of
What
you.
incarnation?
For all of you great, wonderful viewers. Ellie, this is a question you didn't really want to answer, but when did you exactly join URPG?
I don't remember.
You don't even remember, really?
Dude, I'm not going through close history. It's a lot.
Oh my goodness. So, that's that. We're going to go right into the bulk of URPG. It is June. And June means it's the gifting season. It's Christmas for URPG. Gifting station will be starting...
Which is the actual Christmas for you.
I'm sorry, what?
Nothing. I said nothing. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
You can't say that in a podcast because we have recording, right?
There's the censor counter. Alright, Weir now has 1 on the censor counter. You guys will hopefully hear my wonderful new censor ideas. They're going to be cringy as heck, but we're going to have a lot of fun with it. Anyway, Gifting Station will be starting, I believe, next week, around the 12th and 16th, something like that, right? Something? Maybe?
Yeah, sure.
We'll assume it starts...
Said from like 3 days ago, so like
we'll assume it's next week on Monday. Gifting Station is our early Christmas, I should say, where all of the URPG members gather around and decide to throw mons they don't want at each other, and buy everybody, story passes, daycare passes for free moves, buy them tons of chess-bins like I did last summer, and
your idea got hijacked. I don't know if you heard.
I actually told Gray I did that, and he got a little upset, because I stole his idea, technically, before he even thought about it.
You stole that idea from Magic, though, right?
Was he actually going to give chessmen to everybody?
No, but he did something similar a long time ago.
Oh, man. Alright, so I apparently ripped off Magic. Shout out to Magic and Gray.
You probably ripped off someone up.
Shoot. So so this is now a tradition where every year, every 2 years, somebody must gift a whole bunch of other people one specific Pokemon, and then it will now be tradition of the URPG podcast. So I've done my part by gifting 7 people chespins, something like that. Yeah, I gifted Dylan, Sepe, John, and Maru chespins. Only 4.
Why
I can't
chespins?
Because chespin's a cool Pokemon. Don't diss on the chespin.
No, it is not.
Yes, it is.
But it's inferior Greninja in every way.
It is the best wall of Gen 6. I will
Greninja
fight.
FFA?
True. Greninja Ellie. When are we gonna get the Greninja squad again? The drunk Greninja squad.
Can you not
for those who don't know, Greninja Squad is when we had 14 Greninja on a team in a free-for-all.
I forgot it was that many.
It was a lot. It was a large number. It was unfortunate because we were all on one team, and that was 75% of the free-for-all, so everyone else who wasn't on the team got destroyed by frogs raining from the heavens.
And then half of the frogs AFK'd or didn't send, which was the best part.
Yeah, we had these really well-coordinated frog hit teams, and then half people on the team just wouldn't show up, and then we'd all die.
And then it's congratulations, you played yourself.
But yeah, so the moral of that story is no man should have that much power, it was actually really boring at the end. And we're never doing it again. So
There you go.
Fantastic.
Next on our little agenda list, we have the extension for the art and writing collaboration event. Smiles, would you like to go into that a bit?
Hi, yes, I would. Well, Mene is extending it until June 30th, which is also Mistral's birthday. So you should write it. You should write your art story collab. You should do it for Mistral. Do it as like a birthday gift for her. That'd be kind of cool.
I have to buy her some yoga pants at this rate.
What?
Hashtag inside jokes.
Oh yeah, boy.
It's a really bad inside joke between Felly and I. For those of you who don't know, Felly went under the name, has gone officially under the name as Mistral, but I call her Felly because that's what I've always known her as, and I refuse to change that.
Mikey, do you wear yoga pants?
You know, one day I might wear yoga pants. One day. But I don't have any, so I can't. If I ever did a URPG meetup, I would want to buy yoga pants for it. Alright. I'm going to clear this now. If I ever met Smiles or Ellie in person, I would wear yoga pants.
Better yet, you should wear a yellow sweater.
yellow sweater. Wear a yellow sweater.
Yep.
A
That's
yellow
what I just
sweater.
said. Nice.
Oh my goodness. The yellow sweater. Amazing.
Or a cowboy hat.
Oh god, not like
No,
this.
that's too much effort.
Oh no.
That would require too much.
Speaking of the cowboy hat, we're going to congratulate our naval tourney finalists.
Nice segue. Nice segue.
Thank you. So Ash K has won the tournament. No surprise, because Ash is a master battler. Everybody knows this. Sepe, who was originally going to join us, but dipped out, calling you out, Sepe. He dipped, and we can't do anything about
Also
it.
delayed the
we love
podcast
you,
by like
Seb.
an hour.
True. Sepe got second place, Zali got third, and then Dash got fourth. Is that what happened?
Dash got. Yep.
So congratulations to our winners and our finalists, because everybody's a winner.
Low key jealous, to be honest. They get complex and hard bonds for free. Well, not free, I guess. They did work for them, right?
Shout out to Dash for claiming
My
the
bad.
Tentacle. Tentacle's the best free-for-all mon. I'm saying this right
Dude.
No, I think Magirna.
now. Magirna. Really? Ellie, have
Yes.
you used it yet?
Yep.
No, because no one's had a free for all.
Alright, so we're gonna have a free-for-all soon. We gotta make a podcast free-for-all happen soon. No, wait! That already happened.
Yes!
Fun
Oh, we have to
story.
do it.
Fun story. Right after the first episode came up, Maru actually hosted a free-for-all with a special new rule called Suck with an Extra C. Where any Pokemon with a C in its name, including if it had multiple Z's, it got an increase in battle power by 10%, I believe. Is that what happened, Weir?
No, if you have a C in your name, you got to choose a free stat, and if you have a C in the name of the move you send, you get
That's
a
what it was.
50% increase in battle power.
And it
Or
increased
10%
more.
for each.
It was 10% for each
Yeah.
C.
So
The
Magirna.
the MVP of that one was somebody sent Lycanroc midday and used Accelerock. So it had a +2. It had +2 in attack and a 30% extra battle power on Accelerock, which was sick.
Oh, that's awesome.
I think the best part and the most ironic part was Mikey actually won it. Shout out to myself.
Yes, he did.
A Selgor is
Did you?
I actually I won out of complete disrespect against Magic, because Magic and I were going to be the last two alive because he was going to kill Felly. So I smacked him and he killed Felly, so I had the hit point advantage. Because I was like, you know,
Nice.
I kind of want to win my own podcast meme free-for-all. So, because it's never going to happen like that again, I don't think. So that's
cool.
that.
I remember that FFA because I was like, I really have to go to sleep because we took so long for the podcast. So I sent Final Gambit on my Excelgor like the second the FFA started.
Who did you
I went to
KO?
sleep. Truly.
Was it Eradicate, right?
Yeah, it was his Eradicate.
Shout out to Truly.
No.
And man, I just chose a random target.
Rip. Remember, kids, Final Gambit's a fun first turn move, and it's ultimate disrespect. We're gonna dive right into the URPG Times. So the Times has come out for June 2017, and there's a few new cool segments in there. Quick note, Pokemon of the Month, written by yours truly, was Trevenant. So if you have the Ghost Tree, claim your 1K now if you haven't already from the article. Weir, would you like to talk about Zolly's Jurk Pokemon article?
So, funny story about this article. Shally wrote it in 30 minutes while eating a sandwich, and I know this fact because he was eating the sandwich with me on voice chat as he wrote it, and then sent it to me over BMG and was like, read this, grade this, whatever. I didn't read it, and I said it was, oh yeah, dude, it was great. And then he sent it to like 2 other people, and they found like all of the mistakes, and he got really pissed off at me.
Good job.
But anyways, yeah, right? The Jurk Pokemon of the Month is Scrafty. I personally own one of these, and I can confirm it is a Jurk. Basically, it is a dark fighting type Pokemon with insanely high defenses. It starts at 329 in each defense. That's more than like most other URPG mons. For example, it's 2 times or 1.5 times as much as Infernape, which is another fighting type mon. So it's pretty big, right? It also has access to probably the most annoying move in the game, which is Dragon Dance. I freaking hate that move. It can Dragon Dance once and basically like one-shot anybody. I've done this in FFAs, it's fantastic. Another thing that's really good about Scrafty is it's weak to fairies 4 times, but a lot of fairies are pranksters, and it ignores prankster. Not only does it like kind of counter its own weakness, it's also like insanely strong against some of the mons that like would normally wall it, which is cool.
So
Anyways,
it says a kick to the nuts to Whimsicott, correct?
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Because we all know
Whimsicott
Whimsicott is probably the best prankster in Pokemon history, if not the best.
Oh.
Sableye exists, fam.
You
Yeah,
know?
sorry, Sable exists.
You know?
Better.
Yeah.
Whimsicott beats Sableye in a 1v1 because fairy moves. But then again, I don't
almost
know
wanna say-
Sableye anymore since I don't use it.
I think
Even though it's in my
Sableye
stats.
can 2-hit KO as long as
Sable
it.
is better though.
Yeah, as long as Sableye has a Rosalie berry. I wasn't talking, but I saw Julio talking about this a lot. As long as Sableye has a Rosalie berry, it can like mimic after imprison whatever the moon blast from Whimsicott, and then it can like go to town on it because it doesn't get 2-hit KO'd. It gets 3-hit KO'd. So it has ways to fight back.
Yeah. So Scrafty's a jerk. We can all conclude this, yes?
Yes, we agree.
Really quick, we had a new gym leader interview from Gray this month instead of Maru and his Murkrow psychic. Sepe, you're a prick. Don't you dare ever roast me in your articles, buddy.
Deep breaths, buddy. You're doing good.
Anger face.
Damn.
I'm gonna just say this right now. You Sepe. Anyway, moving on.
Sensor counter.
That's my freebie. It's going on there, but that's my freebie.
What freebie?
Sepe is. I'll go into this for a little bit. So Sepe is one of the better gym leaders of URPG, using grass. Except he got destroyed by a Cloud9 Golduck with a weakness policy.
Hey man, we talk about that later.
We'll get that more later, but
Yeah, come on, dude.
but we're foreshadowing. Foreshadowing.
Oh, foreshadowing. Glorious.
Weir, I'm gonna pass the mic back to you for your contests because you said there's some stuff
Okay,
going
really
on.
quick. Yeah, so I don't know if anybody has been following Trainer Court, but there's been a lot of talk about contests in Trainer Court. It's a controversial section right now. There's a lot of activity, even through finals week when there were no refs and nobody was doing anything. Contests sort of kind of managed to pull through. A lot of activity in there. We have 5 new judges in the last month. We have Grey
gracious.
Magic Gamma and Julio Rain, who have been doing bulk work of like keeping contests, blasted and active all day. And then we have 3 new judges as well. Elrond, Voltchen, Magneton, and Haley's. All 3 have been putting in some work. Actually, Haley's is the only judge currently to be running stats contests, active stats contests, not traditional. But she's the only one who's doing it, and she's been doing about one a day, which is insanely great, I think. And she's trying to find a solution to all of the problems that have been presented in Trainer's Court. So if anybody has a chance to come on down, come on, try some contests.
Alrighty, so that is the URPG Times contest update. We're gonna go into the story for the month. Ellie, this is one of your big things for URPG.
Okay, so Smiles and I co-head the story section. It is the best section, exemplified by how we have the best stories ever.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, so this month's story of the month is by our very own Diamond Pearl 876. She's actually new. She came from the Writers' Workshop. She's a mod there. She's super cool. I recommend you all check it out because she's fabulous. And so we had a collab contest, and she made this beautiful entry from her long-running fic called Survival Project, which if you haven't read, I would highly recommend. It's amazing. And basically, I don't want to spoil too much of the story, but this is a good chapter from that. The theme of this contest was collaboration, and so this is how... Wow, I don't even know. This is a really long, confusing, heart-wrenching, beautiful story about all these Pokemon and Johto messing around and getting emotional talks and things like that. And yeah, I didn't describe it very well, so you guys should check it out, because that's a much better option.
It was good.
It was a great story. I would, yeah.
And you said this is a part of a series?
So she writes along. It's finished over on the Writers' Workshop, but it's this giant fiction. They go through all of Johto, and there's a bunch of heartbreak and sadness and stuff, and this is just one chapter of the whole thing.
All right.
Yeah. So beautiful. It's real good.
What would you rate it out of Shemelt? What would you rate it as?
It's 5.7 Nug Pug Trios.
All right. I can approve of this. Smiles, you will be discussing Art of the Month, correct? Yes.
Yes. Yeah. So, forgive me because this isn't my specialty at all, but Art of the Month for this month is a piece called Curious Visitor by the Tree Hugger, who's actually a new and upcoming and super inspiring artist here in the URPG. And they posted this hauntingly beautiful piece that has a really beautiful backstory behind it. I think everyone should go check out the thread and see what the original artist wrote about their piece. But I don't know, you just can really tell that a lot of meticulous detail went into the piece, and there's beautiful shades of mauve in the back, and you can see the wood indentations on the fan tub itself. So I think it's a beautiful piece. Sorry.
Oh, you're good.
And yeah, that is Art of the Month.
If you gotta see your spooky trees, I'd highly recommend checking out the art piece. It's very well made, as Smile said. It's dark. It's got a good horror to it in a way, I guess you can say. It's got that mystery. That's the proper word. And it's a Phantump, and Phantump is one of the most depressing Pokemon in history.
It's probably one of the best backgrounds I've ever seen in a URPG piece.
Oh,
personally.
Yeah, it's really pretty.
Beautiful.
Also, Smiles, I have to ask before we move on from art, would you say it is a Shemelt quality piece, or would you say, how would you compare it?
This is
Indeed.
Ooh. Yeah, I'd say Shemelt with the B symbol. Yeah, the step above. I know, a step above. It's good.
John, get on this right now.
The Belmelt has happened. I can't. It's done. It's over. This podcast's done. This last episode. Anyway, I've been your host. All right, we're good. Blown away. Okay, so we're gonna dive into our main bulk of news. This is now a fun thing we get to do for the podcast for the next few months. Pokemon Direct, June 6th, 8 a.m. Mountain Time. I got 4 hours of sleep that night. I was up at 4 a.m. and Gray out of nowhere told me there was a Direct in 4 hours at the time. And I was like, no way, why didn't I hear about this? And my Facebook feed decided to then show 19 hours ago that Nintendo made a post about it. So, we stayed up, and then everybody started getting on URPG and being like, oh my god, there's a Direct. What's gonna happen? And this Direct showed some, really interesting pieces and new titles for both the 3DS and the Switch. It was 8 minutes, so it didn't show too much, but it showed enough. We're gonna go right in with the bulk. It started out with the title for the Switch, and everybody was going nuts, and it turned into Pokken DX, the expansion to the Switch that includes the 5 exclusive, or previously exclusive rather, arcade characters, Scizor, Empoleon, Croagunk, Darkrai. Is there one more that I'm missing? I feel like I'm missing something on there.
Yep.
They had a Decidueye, but that wasn't previously.
Decidueye was previous, yes.
It was Decidueye.
Was
I
it?
thought it was Decidueye was the new one. Yeah.
Decidueye
Really?
is the new one, yeah.
Yeah, that's
I
the
don't know
new
if
one.
it's
I'm probably missing something here. I'll remember it. Anyway.
No, but you got the 5. It was Empoleon, Scizor, Decidueye, Croagunk, and Darkrai.
Oh, I thought I was
That
missing
was the
it.
5 they said in the direct.
Well, then there we go. So everybody started groaning a bit, and the entire chat was, oh my god, we've been pranked by Nintendo. Of course we've been pranked. And then out of nowhere, at the end of the DX trailer, for a brief 10 seconds, they showed new footage from Sun and Moon. And then people were like, wait, this isn't in the game. And then they showed Solgaleo and Luana with this weird new Necroza. What is the name of this stupid thing? What is it?
We have our new Shemelt friend.
Not like this.
Ala and
Did you mean to say Moana or?
No, I
Moana.
probably did.
I am Moana.
I have unintentionally memed again, fam. Alright, more art pieces for next month. So really quick while I correct myself, Necrozma fusing with Solgaleo and Luana. I don't know if I said it right. What is it?
Lunala.
New
Luna.
this I quit.
Lunala.
Ala.
New throw myself off a cliff.
Dude, I like how you got Solgaleo though. Good on you.
Thanks, man.
That's harder.
You're one for 3, dude.
I wanna just stop. So crossovers and fusion from Black 2 White 2 has seemed to be back, but at the end we got Pokemon Ultra Sun and Pokemon Ultra Moon. I don't know if I just said that twice. I think I blanked.
No,
We like to meme on this podcast. I am a poster. There's another swear count.
Yeah, you are.
God damn it.
There you go again.
In 3.
No. All right.
No freebies, by the way. So you're at 4.
Thank goodness. So, we're going to talk Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. Now, Nintendo is saying there's a lot of promise with this. There's going to be new Pokemon that weren't in Sun and Moon. So I'm expecting some new Alolan variants and even new native region Pokemon. Who knows?
More Kanto throwbacks, please.
Yes, please.
Alola Arcanine.
Exactly.
Alolan Arcanine. Oh my god, that'd be sick.
It would be lit.
Soul be complete.
Oh, dude,
honestly.
It'd
We
be as
need
lit.
2 more Charizard forms too.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah, I think we should get Charizard Ultra X and Charizard Ultra Y.
Charizard Ultra X and Ultra
Jeez.
Y, and instead of Fire Dragon, they're Ice Dragon.
No, they're like ice / question mark.
Question
and
mark.
it's
Ice shadow type.
Oh no!
And it's
Charizard
immune to
Ultra.
everything and is super effective on everything else.
Charizard Ultra X has to be a Shadow Pokemon.
True.
I'm here for it.
I think we're all for it. So,
Yeah.
we've already started theorizing, but let's do a roundtable discussion of what could be happening with this title. Let's start with the story.
Well,
They say it's an
don't forget
alternate storyline.
don't forget the confirmed new Z moves too.
What's
The
confirmed?
Mimikyu one and the Togedemaru.
Oh, Mimikyu gets one.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, Mimikyu, and
Mimikyu,
Togedemaru or whatever.
Trash Hamster, and
Excuse
Ice
me.
Rock. What?
Trash Hamster just won a gym battle for Sin, so
Did it
actually?
Did it actually?
yeah, it did.
Yeah.
Not so
Was he
Trash
defending or
Hamster then.
challenging?
He was defending against Gray
Right,
Magic
right.
Gamma, I believe.
Trash Hamster is Togedemaru, by the way.
Huh.
Yes, yes. By the
If
way,
anyone-
it actually has a name, if anybody was wondering, and it just defended a gym, so I don't think it's Trash Hamster, fam.
I will be showing myself out the door.
Bye.
Where was I going with this? Theorizing, yes. So it's an alternate storyline. John BDM, our amazing Shemelt artist, said this story could be a parallel universe where Cosmog was not rescued by Lily at the very beginning of the game. Yes, no, maybe?
That's possible.
yeah.
I mean, like,
Seems
wasn't
a bit.
Necrozma like what the evil mom lady from Kill la Kill was going for in the first place?
No, she was going for whatchamacallit.
Jellyfish?
Jellyfish
What
one.
is its name? I don't remember.
We don't even know. I just call
I
it.
can.
Oh.
The only one I remember is Circuitry. 'Cause it's so
You
fucking
gotta get
cute.
Kartana. Can't forget Guzzlord. Best Ultramon.
Okay, but Circuitry is so much better than all the rest of them. Pheromosa is meh.
Excuse me?
I never finished Sun.
I never finished Moon, so Smiles and I get to be on the cool kids boat.
I haven't played a Pokemon game since Pokemon Gold.
Oh, Elysia, it's Nihilego.
Do we even write Pokemon fanfiction?
Jeez.
No, we don't.
We
We
don't.
write really not veiled metaphors that are not at all fanfiction.
Rip. Here's a question for you guys. I'm pausing again, and I can't word it right.
Make it dramatic, right? It's very dramatic.
Okay. What
Oh, can I do a
type
shout
of
out
new
really quick?
God.
Hey, who's the shout out?
Oh. So I want to do a quick shout out to Jason Boy,
Oh my God.
who, through some sort of, I don't know, godlike meme powers, on April 4th said, "Oh, I'm totally calling that any new announcement from Nintendo is going to be Sun and Moon remakes." And he was totally memeing like the whole time. And people were like, yeah, whatever, shush, Jason Boy. Right before the Nintendo Direct, he's like, "I'm totally calling Sun Moon remakes." And what do you know? Sun Moon remakes.
When
It
Jason's
was
the actual hacker.
laughed.
Jason's
Yeah,
the
and he's like,
hacker.
"I'm gonna start a blog." He's like, "I'm gonna start a blog that's just my crazy Pokemon predictions because apparently I'm 2 for 2 now."
Jesus.
Wait, what else did you call it?
Huh?
Sorry, I glitched out. I missed the first part of that.
Jason predicted
mind.
the Sun and Moon remakes.
Classic.
Oh, awesome. Okay.
Anyway,
On April 4th.
we're gonna go back on track. What kind of new Pokemon would you guys want to see in Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon? Assuming they add either a new Alolan form or a new native region Pokemon, what kind of type combo would you want to see out of a native Pokemon? And what Alolan form would you guys want to see? We'll start with Smiles.
Hi. I don't know, I really want a bug Eevee evolution. I think that'd be pretty. I feel like that'd be fitting, right?
I mean, new bond for my gym, so I mean, hey, I'm down. Smiles,
Okay,
what kind of
I'll,
Alolan Pokemon would you want to see? Unless that's Alolan. No, that's not Alolan Eevee. That'd be
think it's
kinda cool,
Alolan.
Alolan Eevee.
Be an Eevee. No, go ahead.
Alolan?
Eevee. A little Eevee.
Yeah. Definitely Alolan Arcanine. I think that's definitely a must-have.
True.
It's truly a must-have.
Ellie, what would you want to see out of Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon in terms of new Pokemon?
I was gonna say Alolan Arcanine, but I would also want to see Alolan Alakazam. I don't know. There've been like all those potential leaks where like, oh, these are Sun and Moon leaks, and they weren't actually true. And there's like the Alolan Arcanine, the Alolan Alakazam, and the Champ, and Nidoking. And maybe they'll come in Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, and that'd be really cool.
You know, it'd be cool with the Alakazam. It becomes a fire psychic type, and it wields torches. You know, like kind
What
of
if
like
it
the
was fire
dancers.
fighting, and it were like a starter
true.
Pokemon?
Ooh.
When the fire fighting memes of starter Pokemon get pushed onto Alolan forms, rip.
And then the Fire Nation attacked? What?
Wait, hold up. And then Litten actually becomes a firefighting type in this.
Not like this,
Whoa.
Just like that.
Ellie. That's a huge. That hurts, Ellie. That hurt.
Everything was good until you said that. Everything was good in life.
This is impossible. This is entirely possible. Watch them do it.
Don't do this to me, Ellie. Weir, what would you like to see?
So, in terms of seeing things, more uses for like the specific Z crystals, like say Aloricunium Z and stuff like that. Like I know they confirmed stuff for like Mimikyu and whatnot, but I hope they're actually like useful because like for example Snorlium Z was kind of useless compared to Normalium Z because you had to teach Giga Impact to your Snorlax, which you weren't gonna do, you know. So like specific Pokemon Z moves would be nice and like ones that are actually useful. In terms of Alolan forms, I want to see Alolan Machamp or Alolan Tentacruel. Because, like, Okay, so like, here's my reasoning for Machamp. I don't really have a reasoning for Tentacruel other than like I like Tentacruel. But for Machamp, Alakazam and Gengar got like Mega forms, right? So like, but Machamp is also a Pokemon that evolves when you trade it, and it feels like they just kind of overlooked it. So like a fighting Ice type. Okay, we already have Crabominable, but like a fighting something type for Machamp would be awesome. Fighting Fairy Machamp, that would be funny.
Oh man, no.
With Prankster.
Oh,
and they
God.
buff his speed. Awesome.
And then they
Yikes.
get 600 more base points to everything.
Yeah, just add everything. That would be awesome.
And they give it a Super Mega Ultra X Charizard Z form.
Yeah, dude, give Charizard X its own specific Z crystal. You don't have to Mega Evolve Charizard with a Mega Stone anymore. But you
Yeah,
have
you
to
can
hold
also
the Z
use the
crystal.
Charizard X Mega Crystal to Mega Evolve it and use the Z move, and the Z move has
No, no,
400
no,
base
no.
power and
If
boosts
it's
all your
yeah,
stats by 6.
yeah, exactly.
God.
I
When
think
Monbray's
just had
gonna
a-
hear this and
Monbray
demand
just
it,
No,
Monbray's
he
gonna
just had a
implement this
small
in
wedge
URPG
meme.
now
He didn't
because
even know
we said it.
he didn't even know that this was happening. Like just suddenly randomly Monbray like
Yikes.
We can't talk about this on podcast. This is not PG-13.
Yeah, that
Alright,
got a
oops.
special censor. Don't worry. So okay.
Shemelt!
So here's an interesting thing. Okay, I've been thinking about this. I've actually been like, okay, if they actually introduced new mons that weren't like new forms or anything, like it's not a Marshadow form or some stupid junk like Hoopa. I'd like to see a bug ground type. Because I need more bugs that can not be memed out by Rotom and other junk like that, you know what I'm saying? But I want to see more on the bug side, but I also would like to see something like Alola on Coughing, or like other Alolan forms for non-Kantomons, or Sinnoh remakes being confirmed, you know what I'm saying? I'd like to see an Ice Fire type as well. That'd be kind of cool.
That'd be fun.
Has flame body, so if you try to fighting type it, nope, it doesn't work. You get burned. Here's another question. And I would like to say, I watched a theory video from Shofu, actually, regarding Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon's announcements. And one of his points that he made was, there have been many building sites for construction and everything. Like, you'll find random steel beams and random plots of empty land, you know? Are gyms possible to come back for Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon?
I could see it, yeah.
Is it a smart move, though?
No. I
What
mean,
if they
yes,
did both
everyone
trials
will love it,
and
but
gyms?
No, I think this is the alternate universe where there's Mega Evolution and gyms and no Z crystals and trials.
No, there's Z crystals. They confirmed there was Z crystals still.
Frick, you're right, yeah. Okay, I don't know then. I don't know how their universe works.
Well, then here-
kind of mess around. I think there will be gyms.
I hope they add more megas. Like I know
Yes.
that okay, so like I know that they moved away from them, but like you can't move away from a mechanic halfway through, right? So like I definitely feel like that some or most megas are still like kind of unbalanced in some ways, especially in URPG with the no move limit. Like especially there, it's unbalanced in my opinion. But like there's some mons like Mega Banette and Mega Alakazam just feel so like in awkward stages that they shouldn't be.
Yep.
That's just my opinion. But I feel like either adding more megas to like even out the playing field, especially with the fact that Mega Stones can't be tricked and stuff like that. I feel like it really adds like before you could just trick somebody into a scarf if you wanted to, and you know, like there was nothing they could do about it because nobody's gonna run mail. But like more threat for having like a Mega Stone on different mons, I think would be super useful, or add a lot more depth to the meta. So I mean, I know it's not gonna happen, but I hope that it happens.
Well, you never know. I mean, it is possible. I mean, we did have the most balanced change, and the only real change to Megas they did besides, you know, stats are automatically applied during Mega Evolution, is Mega Kangaskhan got nerfed from 50% on the second hit from Parental Bond to 25%, which was huge. It made a huge difference.
Mm-hmm.
But,
did they nerf
huh?
Sableye too?
Did they
Didn't
nerf
they
who?
nerf Mega Sableye too?
Mega
No.
Sableye kind of got nerfed because of the speed tiers not affecting Prankster on the turn it evolved. But otherwise, it's the same.
Prankster got nerfed on
Yeah.
dark types, so that's probably why.
Well, no, it's got nerfed because you used to be able to have like the 2-in-1 turn where you could have a Prankster priority turn and have Magic Bounce on your turn as well.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah,
Cool.
that's what it was.
So, like,
Okay. So stats and abilities being
It's
automatically.
still good though.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, it's definitely.
I've always wanted to make it work, you know? I like Megal Sableye. Oh,
Maggle Sableye.
Megal Sableye, fam. Oh boy, you know, I just want to give.
You gotta keep it in the podcast.
Oh no, that's not getting taken out. I'm declaring this right now. That is the next.
You're not taking anything out, Mikey.
I am
You're
taking
not
things out.
anything out. You are not taking things out of my glorious podcast, of which I am the host.
Whoa! Excuse me?
I stole your spot, dude.
Excuse me?
Fired. Monbray will issue you your pink slip later.
Oh!
Oh man.
Alright, nice go.
Ooh.
Savage. Hostile takeover. This is the coup, fam.
Oh, this is the
Well,
coop.
this is the coup.
Yeah, it's lit.
When the boosted zoo isn't the coop anymore.
Wait, what? Yeah, what?
What?
What's a boosted zoo?
That's what
Never
Sepe
heard
is.
this term.
There's another meme.
More me.
I can't
I'm
tell, man.
confused.
Sometimes Mikey just spouts nonsense.
Kappa 123.
Always.
Anyway,
spouts
so that's basically all. Wait, no, it's not all we have. There's one more point we have to address. Necrozma's fusion. What is
It's
going on
Jim.
with that?
It's black
What?
and white too.
Now, here's a question for you guys. This is
But
we're gonna make this very
confirm
brief.
that it's Necrozma?
It is.
It's
Yes.
definitely across.
It is
It
100%.
didn't look like Necrozma to me.
And I mean, it's the prisming. There's prisms all over these things. It's prism armor. So I mean, hey.
I don't think that's decisive evidence.
Well, okay. Here, I'm gonna ask one question and a theory. Does Corliss have to do with this fusion? Because Corliss, spoilers, is in the main game for about 10
Who?
seconds.
You mean Colra?
Who?
Is it Colress?
Pretty sure.
Oh my
From black and white, right? Yeah.
5! That's 5!
I've been pronouncing his name wrong for like 5 years and nobody corrected me.
No.
How did you
The
say
game's
it?
been out 2 years.
I said Colress.
What?
I
No,
don't
you
know.
said Colress.
No, you said
You said
okay,
Colress.
Did I?
It is Colra.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
you
is
said
Colress.
Colress.
Okay, good. It is Colress.
No, it's not. It's Colress.
Colress, your mom? I hate
Dude,
this.
I didn't understand it until Ellie said it. So whatever you said was
Oh my
wrong, man.
God. Does his presence on Alolan mean that he's going to be playing a role in the fusing of Necrozma and the legendaries? Yes or no?
Yeah? Like, what was his role in...
Well, in
was
Black
like
2 White
last-
2,
Weird.
Black
He
2
was, like,
White 2,
super
he
weird
was
mad
responsible
scientist.
for the DNA splicers for Kyurem and Reshiram and Zekrom.
Wait, when was he in Alola? At the end?
No,
wait,
in
what?
the mid game, like you were randomly going down a route, and then he's like, "Oh, my name is Colress. Here's
True,
Tiamu's
that's
name charge.
totally-
I
Who's
like
that-
Alola.
who's
I'm
that
gonna stay
Internet
here."
Explorer
And then he, like,
guy.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
He's got
It's
like,
the guy who looks
he's
like
got,
the internet symbol.
yeah.
Oh.
Internet Explorer has made
That's
its way
interesting.
into
Wait, and it makes sense because she's like 2 generations late and is really behind on the time.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
if you look up Colress Internet Explorer, it looks exactly like Internet Explorer. Yeah, that's perfect. Wow.
All right.
Groundbreaking
fantastic.
research here, guys.
So that has been declared. The URPG Times podcast will now be focusing on Koro announcements throughout the next 5 months. Yes, it is 5 months actually. Good, I got that right. So every month, Koro likes to leak new things from the upcoming Pokemon games, whether it's new characters, new art, new Pokemon, etc., etc. And we're gonna be trying to schedule the podcast around the mid times of the month, usually probably like the 15th or 16th, something like there, around when Koro has come out to the public and has been leaked, and rumors and room for discussions. Just saying that right now. Okay, we now will be going into the Pokemon of the month for the podcast, and we have a doozy. We're going to be going over this
Cool.
rather quickly because this is a mon that's been around since Generation 1. The Pokemon that Sepe lost to in his own gym, who uses grass types. We have Golduck, the Olympic swimmer thing, duck,
Yes.
that should be a
About
water psychic type.
Yeah, and it's not. And about 4 people in URPG own one.
Shout out to
That's an
those
interesting factoid.
who own the Golduck. I believe it's Darkness Ruler, Maru, and Neon Sands. Neon Sands actually
And
beat Seppe's gym
And
from having a Mon of his getting red carded out into the Golduck, which ran Cloud 9 and Weakness Policy and completely swept Seppe after that, which is memes. Just memes.
yeah. Also, you forgot Liam, who has one and uses one in gym. And also Swift Glade 46 has one up for sale, guys. So be sure to hit him up if you want a podcast mod.
Alright, now the goal of this is to sell Golduck as the amazing Mon when we get to the URPG section, because it's like, how much is he valuing it at?
He'll
Like
claim,
70?
He'll claim his 1K for having the podcast mod, and then he'll sell it immediately.
True. Alright. Golduck has been one of the weirdest Pokemon since coming out. It's average. It's nothing really amazing, but it does have a lot of cool niches behind it. It's never really been in the higher tiers. It's been in the underused team section, which is like right below the overused. So it's there. It's present in a lot of things, you know? Golduck, being a regular water type, has some weird abilities that came out in its time. Cloud 9 being the best of its abilities. It cancels all weather effects that are in play. So if something is running like Sandstorm and you have like an Excadrill that has Sand Rush, Duck Wind, because I can't
You're doing great,
English.
buddy.
Nice.
I'm just really showing off the swear counter tonight, you guys. I'm having fun with this. Cloud 9 negates like Sand Rush, Sand Stream, all that fun stuff. But the weather is still present, it just doesn't have any in-game effects. It's just there. Also, it has Damp, which negates self-destruct and explosion. And its hidden ability is Swift Swim, and its speed will be doubled in rain. But Cloud 9 is the best because it counters weather. And weather used to be the biggest thing on the planet. Am I right?
I mean,
I think that was Gen 5. That was a long time ago.
Still, it was the biggest thing on the planet. And Tyranids are still used. So,
just to set up sand for Excadrill and put up rocks.
let's dive right into the duck. Gen 1. It's got solid stats. Want to run Amnesia, because you want that special defense. Because Alakazam and things like that were the dominant metagame. Gotta run, like, Blizzard or Ice Beam for the ice coverage. Surf was the overall best water move. And you want to run either Body Slam or Rest back in Red, Blue, and Yellow for Paralyzation and Health Regen. Now, interesting fact about Golduck. It got a 15 base special attack increase in Gold and Silver, going up to 95. So that's not really heard of, honestly. Like, that didn't really start happening until X and
until
Y
Gen
coming
5,
around,
that's-
when a few Pokemon got like a 10 base increase in like one stat. So that's...
Actually, I
I've
think
never-
a lot of
Well, I haven't played
a lot
Gen
of
1.
Never heard of him on
so...
getting.
between Gen 1 and 2, they had a lot of differences when they split the special into 2 stats. So a lot of things did get better special than they formerly had.
I forgot that existed, so...
Yeah,
as
so
you
it
can tell,
got-
I'm very educated in the Pokemons.
No, he's right. Like, it did get a boost even before the special physical split.
No,
Like, in Gen 2,
so
that's-
Gen 1 was only special stat, Gen 2 is special attack and special defense, and so when they made that split, a lot of things got better special attack than they had because of the special stat
I
split.
never really knew that, actually.
But
I'm
it
very
had, it
educated.
had the same special attack and special defense.
No, they
So,
didn't
like,
always
for-
match. Like, Starmie doesn't match, and I can look them all up, I don't remember anyway offhand.
It was the
They're,
highest
like,
special stat was their dominant stat, from what I remember.
yeah.
But
Yeah,
in Red
but-
and
But
Silver,
for Golduck, it was the same.
Yep.
I'm pretty sure.
and then it got, when the special split happened in Gen 2, then it got a 50
Yeah, and then-
base in attack.
So Starmie had 100, and then its special defense went down to 85.
Right.
When
Oh, I feel like
Gen 2 split
there was
happened.
something. I'm trying to look it up, sorry.
No, go ahead. We'll move on to Gen 2 really
Yeah,
quick.
you
So,
guys, keep doing other things.
Gen 2 had some interesting changes in the meta. Golduck shifted to the overused meta. I mean, it wasn't as used, but I mean, it was used for a Scar and Blissey counter. So, since it had a more extensive move pool than a few other Pokemon, it could be used to counter, because Skarmory and Blissey has been like the best, like one of the best combos in all of Pokemon's history, where, you know, Skarmory was one of the best physical walls, and Blissey is one of the best special walls ever. But that has since died down, because there's just a few better wall options nowadays. Anyway, Cross Chop to kill Blissey, Hypnosis for sleep, Surf for Hydro Pump depending on water stab preference, and either Ice Beam, Hidden Power Grass, or Electric depending on what kind of mirror matches you'd be facing, like Quagsire, or just another Golduck, or even like a Dragonite, you know? Ruby and Sapphire, abilities introduced. So, Cloud 9 was the way to go. Because, you know, Tyranitar was like the big metagame back in the day. Because, you know, a lot of big fighting types couldn't really go into competitive play safely. But it was split in between the underused tier and the overused tier. One of them, the leftovers. And this was more of a Calm Mind set, where you would go Calm Mind, Surf, Hypnosis, and Ice Beam for the sweep. That's basically all it did, and you'd want the 252 EVs and special attack and speed, with 4 in HP. Diamond and Pearl did a physical special split in moves, which changed the metagame entirely for Pokemon, since, you know, things such as Blaziken, what else was even changed? Like Salamence, since Dragon was special. Was Dragon special back in the day?
Originally, I'm pretty sure it was physical. That's why they
Yeah, I
added
think it was
Dragon Pulse
physical.
in Gen 4.
Rip.
Dragon was special.
That's right.
Really?
Sorry, I had literally not played a game after Pokemon Gold. I know for sure Dragon is special.
Never mind.
Diamond and Pearl. Encore weather control. Things got a little weird because Encore came into play with a few Pokemon. So, you know, you had the option to use Encore. You could go Calm Mind. You can go with the Hydro Pump, the Surf, the Ice Beam, the Hidden Power Grass is what I'm trying to say. You had Life Orb Sweep. You had Leftover Stall with the Encore Stall and Trickeries and stuff like that. You usually wanted to go 252 in special attack no matter what moveset you did, but speed was the dominant EV setup. But if you wanted to go for the bulkier route for like Encore, you would want to invest more into HP than speed. That was the brief overview of Golduck and Diamond and Pearl. Now, Black and White. Hidden abilities. Swift Swim Golduck, fam. Oh boy, that's a fun time. Rain, anything with rain really. Politoads. Since Politoed got, Drought? Or not, what am I saying?
Drought.
Oh yeah, Sunfrog.
Sunfrog?
Drizzle.
I always found that Golduck got Swift Swim to be kind of hilarious because before Gen 5, all Golduck was used for was to stop swift swimmers. So it got the thing that it was used against, which I just found funny.
It converted to the other side. Gen 5 was
Yeah, right.
rare.
But
Golduck.
Golduck is blue and Psyduck is gold.
What does this mean? Insert the
I don't
X-Files
actually
thing
understand
here.
that.
It's so bright, so vivid.
True.
Anyway, sorry. I just wanted to back up my claim. Onyx had a special stat of 30 in Gen 1, and then it got Spadef of 45 and special attack of 30 when they did the split. So,
It's the same thing as Starmie. Yeah, Starmie started at 100 for each, and then when it went to Gen 2, it got 100. It stayed at 100 for special attack, but its special defense went down to 80.
no, but it got buffed special defense to 45.
Yeah,
Onyx did.
Like Golduck.
So usually, yeah, so Golduck is weird, but there was a lot of weird things that happened between Gen 1 and Gen 2.
We've now
Yeah.
figured out the mystery.
So it's not the only one, that's all I wanted to say.
No, that's good to know. We weren't exactly expecting that to happen. It was weird that it all happened that way. Anyway, Golduck tanked in tiers, and it became never used because, you know, there was Kingdra, there was Beartick and Armaldo, like better Swift Swimmer options, you know? If you wanted to use the Golduck, the substitute... What?
When an ice type is a better swift swim option than the water type, that's pretty
Beartick is so cool, though.
This is true.
Dude, that thing is a monster in URPG.
Oh wait,
I almost
sorry, we're
got
talking about
spooked.
Golduck.
No,
yeah.
please.
I'm sorry, my bad.
You're good.
Okay, to be fair, last month we were supposed to be talking about Noivern, but we launched into like a 10 to 15 minute discussion about Talonflame.
That happened. Oh, that was a good
So
time.
like, I think it's worth noting that an ice type is a better swimmer than a water type, especially a water type from Gen 1 with all of that move pool, distribution, and everything. It got so much stuff from Gen 1, and it still sucks.
I mean,
ice type.
It's only big niche.
Although in
nowadays,
URPG, it seems like it'd be really good.
Kind of. I mean, we'll get into that. For now, the crash of Golduck. Since everything basically outdid it, there were better Cloud9ers in that gen. I mean, you could go Cloud9, Lickitung, and Licky,
Altaria.
and Altaria, exactly. So you had those few options. Cloud9 wasn't the biggest thing, actually. You know, because Weather was the metagame for Black and White, and Black and White 2. All you would see are Tyrannitars and Politoads. And the occasional Hippowdon, because Sand and Rain were the most unbalanced in weather.
Ninetales.
Okay, there was like the three...
Ninetales.
Yo, no, Sun in Black and White was strong as heck. It was like you could run Chlorophyll Venusaur. What?
It never like made
dude.
competitive play, you know?
No, I totally read.
Yes, it did. Sun teams are great.
Sun
teams are great,
like,
dude.
All I've ever heard of...
Time where they banned Rain.
One-turn Solar Beam!
Once they banned Rain, basically Sun became a dominant force in the metagame again.
Well,
Yeah,
okay.
definitely.
Once they banned Rain and once they banned Excadrill, things were okay. But...
Banned Kabutops.
True! Wait, no, don't ban Kabutops. That's my freaking, that's my niche mod in my
Wildcard?
game. Really quick.
All the more reason to ban it.
Really quick. Golduck's, continuous decline. Because after Rain and Weather died in Black and White next, and Y hit the corner with Megas, yeah, you never see a Golduck. Golduck didn't exist. Sun and Moon. VGC.
Alolan Golduck when?
True.
In Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, confirmed.
All right, we predicted it right now, guys. We're gonna pitch in the Alolan Golduck. Becomes a grass electric type, and it runs faster than an Olympic runner because it can swim faster than a swimmer, and it will be memed to no end. It will look amazing. It'll have a great it will have the same stats. It will have the Surge Surfer ability, just like Alolan Raichu, and yeah. VGC, we're going to talk this very briefly because there's nothing else really there for Golduck. VGC is the main competitive scene for Pokemon, where it's 4v4 double battle, with like one item per mon and all that stuff. Every mon set for 50, but you will see the occasional Golduck in this. I mean, mostly you would see Tapu's, Hariyama, Arcanine. That's what I believe is the dominant set for VGC's main.
Yeah,
Arcanine's
definitely number one.
It's basically Tapu's,
number one, yeah.
Tapu's, Arcanine, Mence, and then like some random mix between like Gengar and
Garchomp.
Garchomp, yeah.
If you ran the Golduck, you would want to go Swift Swim offense, so things like Hydro Pump, Ice Beam, Encore, Scald, and Protect. For those of you who don't know, since VGC is all double battle, Mind Games, Protect is the staple move of the entire meta. Nothing does better than Protect, honestly. Because if, you're going to get piled in one Pokemon, you Protect and you get a free swing at somebody else. Big difference. Water EMZ. Even though you can go Porygon 2 Z conversion and totally ruin anybody's day. I mean, this is if you want to run Golduck. Swift Swim. Pair it with a water type or a rain dancer or whatever the heck you want. It's VGC, anything goes at this point. Anyway, that's basically it. Let's go into the bulk of URPG and Golduck. Golduck beat Setbase Grass Gym. What is the story with Darkness Ruler exactly? Where I kind of like.
So apparently, when Liam and Darkness Ruler were both going for an orange island, Mikan Island. The only way that Darkness Ruler beat Liam was by sending Golduck and just spamming Confuse Ray and Calm Minding and continuously setting up after like smack after smack until he finally just swept the entirety of Liam's team.
Doesn't he
which
still
I
run
don't
Rigid?
find as funny as Sepe, the grass leader, getting destroyed by a Golduck.
Calling
Which
you out,
I
Sepe.
personally find hilarious. I don't
Oh, yeah.
know.
For those who already know, and we've already briefly mentioned it, Sepe red-carded one of Neon Sans' Pokemon out. And it was rolled into Golduck, and he was just like, oh, this is bad. Put a weakness policy on it. The Golduck didn't die from a grass move, and we'll just say the Golduck put in work and destroyed Sepe. Because it also had Cloud 9, so I think Sepe was running Sun. So any Sun
Yeah, Sepe
commands he
still
had.
runs Sun.
Because doesn't
Oh,
Sepe...
speaking of Sepe, please tell me how to beat Perma Sun Venu.
Oh yeah, we
great.
should just ask him on the.
We'll ask him
on the
another day.
podcast.
That will be answered in the next podcast. A question of the podcast is, how do you beat Permasun Venusaur? We will ask him after this episode, and it will be answered to us in the next one. Anyway,
Go, Seth!
Fantastic. Go Sepe.
go Sepe. Let's talk Golduck URPG. I don't use Golduck because I've never really had the motivation to find one. In fact, I didn't even know this Pokemon really existed until it was rolled today. Not today. Cough. For the I totally blanked on what I was talking about.
Man, dude, you are doing super.
I'm on fire today.
Yeah. You also at 6 on the cuss word counter.
No, you don't have to remind me of
Leave it
my
in!
amazing...
I'm at 1. You know which one it
I'm a
was? The
hero.
one that you wouldn't give me my freebie.
What was that? What was the word
The
you
one
used?
that you didn't give me my freebie. My freebie.
Wait, which
You
word?
took a freebie.
Wait, which word
Wait,
did
which
you use?
word? What did you say?
Oh, the big one.
He's not falling for it.
4-letter one.
He's not
They are
falling
four
for it.
letters, buddy. I know.
4-letter,
I
the
tried to.
4-letter one that begins with
tried.
an F. Haha. Good try. Anyways, Golduck in URPG. I have to say that I think this would be an awesome mod, especially with URPG's like no cap on gym weathers and stuff like that. Like, I mean, it's got to be good enough that one of the water leaders added it and got rid of a good mon for it. So
Wait, what
like,
did
It was Liam.
Liam got rid of one of his other Swift swimmers. I can't remember which one, but like Liam EM'd the shnikes out of his.
Good catch. Good catch. Good catch.
Just Nike?
Thank you. He EM'd the bejeebus out of his Golduck and then threw it in there. And threw it out in a recent challenge against Julio Rain. So like I feel and won that challenge.
I was
So
about
I
to say.
feel like it has to be a decent mon if he's using it and making it kind of like competitive. It has access to really stupid stuff. Like, yes, it has Confuse Ray and Calm Mind and all the rest of that, but it has like Encore, which like a bunch of Gen 1 mons get for like no reason at all. Like Alakazam gets it, Machamp gets it. I don't get why Machamp gets it.
Come on, Champ gets it, really?
Yeah, it does
Oh
actually.
my god, I never
Which
knew
was
that.
silly, and now I regret trading Sepe my Machamp, but you know, whatever. But Golduck gets like Encore. It has good coverage, especially if you get stuff like a Hidden Power Electric or Hidden Power Grass. Really help it out. And it has a lot of cool Gen 1 stuff, especially.
Pedal Dance.
Because, why does it get that?
Special
It's the
move,
silliest thing I've
special
heard
event,
of.
Golduck got Pedal
You
Dance
know-
in Gen 2, which passes on
know
to
who else gets
URPG
that?
as anytime you want, you can buy Pedal Dance for your Golduck.
You know who else gets that? Raichu. Why do these mons from Gen 1 get these ridiculous abilities? And
Because Game
and
Freak didn't know
like,
balancing would affect URPG's metagame.
I guess.
I mean, Golduck gets a lot of
guess.
cool moves. I mean, it gets Sub, it gets Counter as a TM. Mimic, what else is this thing even get?
Oh yes. Along that lines, I was about to say. Also, Golduck would be a pretty good contest mon if any of the 5 people who own Golduck want to come out for some contests.
Calling you out,
Golduck is
Swift.
pretty good. Calling you out, Swift. You better not sell this before you enter it in at least one contest.
True. Smiles, would you like to add anything to Golduck?
Sorry, Golduck FFA?
True.
Oh yeah, Golduck FFA after this.
It's not a hard Pokemon to get, because Psyduck is medium, so it's not too bad.
Make sure you write
Okay,
for
I've
it.
never
that
written
story.
for anything higher than a simple in my life, so that's pretty hard to get.
You can do it! You can do it!
Ellie, do you have anything you want to say about our wonderful Golduck?
You should all write for Golduck. I think that's a great idea.
That too.
That's a good idea. Write it for claim it in your writer roles.
Yeah, and your writer rolls.
Golduck is
There's
compressed.
the cuss
Let's
counter.
go.
Haha, you goofed out.
That was not a bad.
There it goes again, buddy. You darn goofed.
No. Oh man, you said
What
darn. That's
tarnation?
definitely going on it.
Hey, there's a difference. And now you're at 3 weird. Congratulations. You pranked yourself.
Also, it's been an hour. We've made this go on an hour already.
That's why we're
I
ending
do
the show
appreciate that.
here. Yay! So thank you guys for listening to Mikey's train wreck of self and this amazing podcast with these amazing people. Thank you guys for the support. We're gonna continue trucking these out once a month, but if the support continues the way it has been since episode 1, which hasn't, that'll only determine from here on out.
I definitely apologize for the lower quantity of memes in this podcast. We actually are trying to take this seriously, like super seriously.
No matter how
We're
serious
like,
I'll
none
take
of
it,
us-
I'll always meme unintentionally.
None
You
of
know
us
this.
laughed at all this entire
Yes.
podcast because we're taking this so seriously.
Yes.
So like,
We're
I
as high
apologize
right
for
now.
the lack of memes.
Agreed.
Dude, I'm dead inside.
Same. So thank you guys for your support since episode 1. We all appreciate it. Write your writer roles, since I'm 99% sure I won't be,
Yes.
and I shouldn't
No,
be saying
you
that
will.
on here because Smiles and Ellie
You
will
will.
probably take me to a back
There's
alley.
You
Yeah,
have
after
to
the
write
show.
it. You can do
There's
it. You're
6
gonna
And
do it.
yes.
It's gonna be so great.
Yep.
Yikes.
Yep, you gotta do it, Mikey. Go ahead, Mikey.
No.
Yeah,
anyway,
we're
We're gonna end the episode here. Thank you guys so much for listening. If you listen to this point, make sure you claim your 1K if you get a Golduck. And if you buy Swift's Golduck, you get the 1K anyway. Do it.
Wait, what if we just trade his Golduck
I
around
think
and
you
everyone
lose.
buys it off
Now
of him?
that's
I think
not
you
happening. I will not be responsible
do
for
it.
that
Let's
economic
do it.
spike.
70k. Wait, time out. How is anybody making 1k off of Swift's Golduck? They'd be losing 70.
No, they mean losing
No, so
69.
then they trade it back, and then everyone...
Hey, that's another on the cuss counter, Mikey.
That's not even a
Show
cuss.
is-
That's a
The
number.
show is not
That's a
sexually
number.
explicit, Mikey.
What? I'm so
Mikey,
confused.
I assumed better of you.
So, if you get Swift's Golduck, you get 1K, because you'll be owning
Minus
Golduck.
70.
But if you trade it around a few times, Monbray will shut you down, and the Golduck will be on the black market of Pokemon, never to be seen again. Locked
Hey,
away.
finally have a use.
Rip. And now I'm
Ouch.
just imagining Golduck being banned in URPG, yet Smiles and Ellie are taking secret story submissions for Psyducks. Perma Psyducks are allowed, but if a Golduck is seen on a stats page, you're instantly banned.
It's such a great Pokemon to write for. You should do it. We could totally do that.
You just want people to write.
Woo!
This
You
is
called
true.
Called out.
Shots fired.
Very
Anyway,
true.
thank you guys so much for
You don't even
listening
care
to the
about
podcast.
Golducks. Golduck's lives matter.
Not like this. Oh, okay, we're done here. Thank you guys so much. I've been Mikey57. I've been joined by my wonderful co-host here. Here? That's your
Here,
name?
yeah, raising my hand right now.
I'm joined by Smiles and Ellie.
And she didn't say anything.
You know, you don't have to say that. You don't have to make it feel bad,
I
buddy.
was confused.
Oh,
Well,
I'm
thank
so
you
sorry.
guys
I
so
wasn't
much.
expecting you to like pause.
True.
Sorry.
Thank you guys so much for listening.
Outtakes.
Mikey
Outtakes.
57. And you're listening to the URPG Times podcast. Thank you.